Hi, today we'll be doing an example in Java. We'll be creating an application that allows the user to pick a set of pizza toppings using a set of checkboxes. So we'll be creating a menu in JavaFx. So each topping costs 50 cents and a plain pizza costs $10. So the cost of the pizza is displayed, and then we're gonna check the checkboxes. We're gonna make them checked or unchecked, and then the cost is gonna update automatically, so it's gonna be like an interactive menu. So we'll start by, I think we're using two classes today. So one's I've created one called pizza menu.java, and the other one's just main.java. So we'll import some stuff. So import javafx.geometry.scene. Actually no, geometry.insets. Then import javafx.scene.control.checkbox. Import javafx.scene.layout.gridpane. Import javafx.scene.text.text. Import javafx.event.actionEvent. Import javafx.geometry.pos. Import javafx.scene.layout.hbox. Import javafx.scene.layout.vbox. Import javafx.scene.layout.stackpane. Then import javafx.text.number format. I don't think that's JavaFX, it's just java.text.number format. So we'll write the class public class pizza menu extends vbox. So then private double cost. Private number format. FMT. Private text text. Private checkbox. Checkbox 1. Checkbox 2. Checkbox 3. Checkbox 4. Checkbox 5. Checkbox 6. Then create the constructor public pizza menu. No parameters. We can create the stage here too. Actually, we don't need to do that. We'll set cost equal to 10. text equals to new text pizza cost. Or you can put menu plus the string just a $, plus cost plus the string just 0. Then we'll do FMT equals new number format dot get currency instance. Then we'll say checkbox 1 equals to new checkbox, and the checkbox takes a parameter for this constructor. It takes a string, so we'll just say extra cheese. So every checkbox for there might be more than one constructor, but for this constructor it's just one string parameter, and every string just gets put below or somewhere around the checkbox to let you know what the checkbox does. Like a button. Then we'll call a method that we haven't set yet, set on action. So we'll call our event handler, and we'll set up the event handler later. So we'll just say checkbox 1 dot set on action this shift semicolon semicolon process checkbox. I guess there's no parentheses here. And then we'll do checkbox 2 equals new checkbox. Just say green pepper. Then checkbox 2 dot set on action this process checkbox. Could say event, but I didn't say event. Or checkbox action event, something like that. I just called it process checkbox. So then checkbox 3 equals new checkbox. You say pepperoni. As a string. Then say checkbox 3 dot set on action this process checkbox. Then checkbox 4 equals new checkbox. Then as a string, just put onion. And we'll say checkbox 4 dot set on action this process checkbox. So we'll call the event handler again. We'll set our checkbox. So when you press the checkbox, something's going to happen. So we'll set that up in a sec. Then checkbox 5 equals new checkbox. Takes a string, just say sausage. we'll say checkbox 5 dot set on action this shift semicolon semicolon process checkbox. We'll call the event handler and we'll set it on action for that checkbox. Then checkbox 6 equals new checkbox. Excuse me. Equals new checkbox. Takes a string, just call it anchovies. We'll say checkbox 6 dot set on action this process checkbox. Then we'll create a grid pane. Grid pane equals new grid pane. No parameters. Pane dot add checkbox 1 to 0 0. That point, and then pane dot add checkbox 1. So pane dot add checkbox 2 to 1 0. And pane dot add checkbox 3 to the coordinate 0 1. Then pane dot add checkbox 4 to the coordinate 1 1. Then pane dot add checkbox 5 to the coordinate 0 2. Then pane dot add checkbox 6 to 1 2. Then say pane dot set h gap. Set the horizontal gap to 10 pixels. Then pane dot set v gap to 10 pixels as well. So the vertical gap, and we'll pane dot set padding, so we'll put padding around the checkboxes from the edge of the window. We'll call new insets and set it to 10 pixels all the way around. 10 10 10 10. Then pane dot set alignment to POS dot center. Then hbox, call it user cost, equals new hbox. We'll pass in text. Then user cost dot set alignment to POS dot center. Then we'll set alignment for the whole root node to POS dot center. Then set spacing for the whole root node to 20 pixels. Then get children dot add all. Then add pane and then user cost. Do we put that in the VBox? I think we put that in the VBox. Yeah, we put that in the VBox because the pizza menu is a VBox through inheritance. So we put the HBox on top. No, sorry, we put the HBox. Yes, we put the HBox on top. We put the grid pane on top. And we put the HBox on the bottom. So I think this part, the event handler, it's I think it's almost the same for almost every part of it, but we'll just start writing it. So we'll bring the braces up. Then underneath that method, we'll start a new one. So we'll say public void process checkbox takes a event, action event, and then event parameter. Say if event dot get source equals to checkbox 1. So if the checkbox is selected, if an event occurs from checkbox 1, which the only event can occur from a checkbox is it being selected. Can you use is selected? Maybe. But get source works. Okay, so I did end up using is selected. I think for this to work I had to change it around a few times. So I said if event.getSource equals checkbox 1. Then I said if checkbox 1 dot is selected, then I said cost equals cost plus 0.50, so plus 50 cents. Then test the text dot set text. So our text object, our plain text object dot set text to pizza cost plus fmt dot format cost. So it's just going to format our cost into a currency format. Then say else cost equals cost minus 0.50. Then text dot set text to pizza cost plus fmt dot format cost. And we do the same thing for the rest of the checkboxes, basically. Except we forgot the braces here. I don't think I forgot the braces, did I? Or just didn't write them properly. So just add the braces. Not sure why it's formatting it like this now. It's like all messed up. Take that out. Take these out. IntelliJ is always trying to format your stuff. There. Was that so hard? Okay, so after that, if event source equals checkbox 1. Did I do ifs? Shouldn't it be else if? I don't know why I did all ifs. That's okay. We'll just do it this way, since it already worked because I already tested it. Maybe I did do else ifs and I ended up changing it. But anyways, under this bracket, make sure you don't do it under here. Make sure you put this up, I think. If, yeah, and then else, then outside this if, do another if event dot get source equals checkbox 3, then say if checkbox 3 dot is selected, and say cost equals cost plus 0.50. Then we'll set text dot set text to pizza cost, the string pizza cost, plus fmt dot format cost, then say else cost equals cost minus 0.50, then text dot set text to pizza cost plus fmt dot format cost. Should be right, but did we skip one? I think we did skip one, so just change that to 2. So after that one, we'll do the next one, if event dot get source equals checkbox 3, not set source, get source. Then say if checkbox 3 dot is selected, then we'll say cost equals cost plus 0.50, then text dot set text to pizza cost, the string plus fmt dot format cost, then else cost equals cost minus 0.50, then text dot set text to pizza cost, the string plus fmt dot format cost. So it's the same thing, I think, for the rest of them. So what we can do maybe is just copy them over, or we could just write them out, doesn't matter. So if event dot get source equals checkbox 4, then if checkbox 4 is selected, Then we'll say cost equals cost plus 0.50. Then text dot set text to the string pizza cost plus fmt dot format cost. Then else. I'm just gonna type the rest out just so you can follow along, because it's kind of repetitive to say the same stuff over and over again. So you can copy it or just write out the last two. Then after that one we'll do if event source equals checkbox 5. Then checkbox 6. So after all those, we'll save it. Then we'll go to the main class. So we'll import javafx.scene.paint.color. I don't think I used it, but that's okay. Import javafx.stage.stage. Then import javafx.geometry.pos. And public class main extends application. Do not import that. class main. Yeah, I guess we didn't import that. So import JavaFx dot application dot application. So we'll just create the primary stage. So private stage, primary stage. Then public, we'll create the start method, public void start. Stage, primary stage. We'll say this dot, actually we'll try. So try. And then say this dot primary stage equals to primary stage. Then say pizza menu. Menu equals new pizza menu. No parameters. And menu dot set alignment. To POS dot center. Then menu dot set style to the formatting string. Dash FX dash background dash color shift semicolon, then we can just put like cyan. Then scene, we'll create the scene. Scene equals new scene. We'll pass in menu, and the size of the window is 500 by 300 or 400, doesn't matter. Then say primary stage dot set title to just pizza menu. Primary stage dot set scene, pass in scene. Then primary stage dot show. Then we'll create some catch blocks. So catch null pointer exception E or E1, doesn't matter, or you can call it exception or whatever you want. Then we'll say e.print stack trace, e.get message, and then we'll do system.out.print line, null pointer, then we'll catch two more, catch illegal state exception, E2 or E, I think E works as well, just try E. Say e.print stack trace, or can say get message, doesn't matter. E.print stack trace, e.get message, then system.out .print line, just say illegal state exception. Then catch one more. Illegal argument exception e e.print stack trace e.get message, then system.out .print line illegal argument exception. Then under all those, and then the other brace, we'll do the command line public static void main string array args, then launch args, save that, and then run it. There's probably an error somewhere. So just add an E to that, then run it again. Is there a spelling mistake? FMT equals number format dot get currency instance. Unless the class was wrong. But we did the class wrong. Import java.text.number format. '21. Not sure what the error is. Get currency instance. Oh, I added a new, maybe it's the extra new keyword here. Take the new keyword out. Save it and try again. Just run it. If event.getSource, I think it's missing the parentheses here. Save that and run it. Doesn't like the scene in the main. Scene equals new scene. Do we create a scene? Do we import it? Maybe not. So import JavaFx.scene. Should work now. Thought we already did that. Should have did that in the beginning. Maybe change this to 300 and see if it comes up centered. I think something's all a little bit off, the alignment, but it does work. Let's just run it again. There might be some errors somewhere. But it's working, it's just not updating properly, and it's not centered correctly. It looks, I think when I did it, it was perfect. So there's probably an error somewhere. Like it's just like a typo somewhere. Cost equals 10, this could be y, so we'll just add 2 decimals there. Try it again. I think also I didn't I put spaces in the strings for some of them as well. But this should go back to 10. So there's something with the calculation is off. So pizza cost. What I can do is I can just copy my code, because I have my code here that I already wrote. I could do that, because to find the error, well, I guess I could look, but just have a quick look. Must be something to do in our event handler. So public void process checkbox, action event. I don't think there's a space between the one I did. It looks fine to me. Like when I went through it, it seems fine. Get source. Also, I'm in high contrast too, but I don't think that's what it is. Try fixing that string. Bring it closer. I don't think that's it though. FMT. Format else anything at the bottom. No, nothing. 4 brackets. Event.getSource equals checkbox 6. Looks fine. Try running it again. So you see a window pop up on your screen with checkboxes. When you click the checkboxes, the price will update. But for some reason, it's adding $1 after you do that. It shouldn't. It should go back to $10, but it went back to 11. I have it like this, but I don't think that makes a difference. Text.setText pizza cost plus fmt.format cost. Then else cost equals cost minus 0.50. I don't think it's anything here. We already checked it. Cost equals, there was something, we had something wrong with that. We did fix it. The double pizza cost plus the $sign. Have it like that. FMT equals number format dot get currency instance. That should be it. It's one of the checkboxes. Something's wrong with it. It's like I can't see so because I'm in high contrast, but it looks like one of the checkboxes. Something's up with it. Do we accidentally write it inside one of the braces? How can I? Because if I stop, it might stop recording. Let me see if I can take it out of night mode without turning off the monitor. I don't think you can see this. Let's see what it. If not, I'll just try to crop it out. What? No, it's not system. Is it? Yeah, it is system. Display. No, that's not even it. Is it? It's not display settings. It's personalization. Here it is. High contrast, turn it off. I turn high contrast and night mode on because when I code for a long time it gives you headaches if you're on the bright colors. So we'll try running that and see if it works. So it's our green pepper. Which one is green pepper? Checkbox 2. Checkbox 2 equals new checkbox. So checkbox 2 equals new checkbox, green pepper. Checkbox 2.set on action this process checkbox. Nothing wrong there, but in our checkbox itself. Oh, I see what we did. We have two written. We have 3 written more than once. It's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, not 1, 3, 3. So just run it, should be fixed. And now it's actually centered properly. I don't know if that had to do with my high contrast, but you can see you can check all the check boxes. Excuse me. So when you haven't selected any menu items, it's $10. When you select the menu items, it goes up by 50 cents. Goes to 13 if you select all of them. Goes to 11.50 if you select half of them. Select one of them, it goes to 10.50. So before, when I did this code a few times, it was doing different numbers. It would keep going up or wouldn't change. So I had to change from like else, ifs, and else to like, maybe that's why I changed them all to if. But that can happen if you're making a code. You'll have to play around with some stuff. So anyways, you can minimize the screen, the window, maximize it. You won't be able to see it again because I only have a game recorder. So when it's built into Windows, it can only show one application at a time. In this case, it can only show the IDE. Like I can show you the whole window itself, but then I'll have to compile those two videos into one. But I don't think I'll do that because it shows like a whole window. It doesn't show you like the little size that we did. Not like an app size or a widget. But that's the first part of this assignment, so we'll do the next one in the next assignment or the next question. So I'll see you in the other video. Take care. Okay, bye.